Why don't you lead us off into the sunset?
Then you all die.
You were the one who made sun, so the sun is
That's
coming
why
up.
it's setting. I assume
It's actually dawn, and
It's setting in reverse, though.
yeah, so it's setting
Are we
somewhere
still
else.
fighting this guy?
No,
Yeah.
he's knocked out.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, thanks to you. You're like, I'm gonna ruin this whole man's career, and then
I'm about
cast
to ruin
daylight.
old man's career.
You were gonna ask a plant how to do it, but then you're like, nah, I got this.
Hey,
Not a
how
rapper.
do you guys take? What is the thing with darkness and like light with you guys that you like? Isn't there something? Sunlight. Never mind. I got it. Never mind, guys. Like that's what I imagine was the thought process.
No, my thought process was literally zero. I just was like, "There's
Well,
a dark
that
cloud
showed.
there. I wonder. I wonder if it'll light anything up."
So, alright, cool. We are. Wait, didn't Farouk fucking just take off to go take a nap?
Yes.
Yes.
Farouk went back to the inn. Over here. There's a dead body over here. And the other guys in the corner of the map are long gone. And you have this guy knocked out here.
We also established, like in parting commentary last week, that we should try to make it a point to go.
Alright, well, that was...
Oh, whoa. We should make it a point to go, and then he just left. That was amazing.
We should make it a point to go. So, bye, bitches.
So that was fun.
You logged off at the perfect time.
Yeah, I know. So I was basically saying that one of the things we established as we all sort of like broke away at the end of last week was that we needed to make it a point to go speak to like this city's council, but not so much like the leaders, but like was it the tree mother or the tree guardian?
Mm-hmm. The high elf quarters.
Well, there was the high elf, but then like one of us made a check or something, and you said that there was like a force or like a power that was the tree itself that could be appealed to, or at least that's what I thought you were saying.
You know, an Avatar where in the swamp that they have that one giant tree in the center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is actually like the actual tree is known as that, and it has mystical qualities, and it is completely guarded by the high elves, and it's built off of. It's in the center of the city. And everything open to you, it's like a giant circle. And you guys are on the outskirts.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think that what Fazat and Farouk should do is create some sort of distraction, and I think that Shathid should just one-on-one commune with the tree spirit. I don't see that going bad at all, and that's totally what we should do.
Well, I'm just glad I can turn invisible. Let's attack at night.
Oh, I love this plan.
But in the meantime...
Well, we have to... Yeah, let's establish what's going on here. So Tom is back in the inn. So he's over here, just an angry Kato complaining about the broken wall. And you said get window locks and just walked in.
Yep, that's what I said.
And so you are resting. I'm guessing you're going to don your armor and just kind of play low key in your room.
I think I would take a short rest if it was possible.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't possible, then so be it.
Mm-hmm. You can spend as many hit die as you want to. You don't need to choose. You can roll, see what it is, and then choose if you want to roll again and whatnot.
All right, cool. Let me just grab my sheet from last week. I'll take care of that. I don't want to slow it down.
And then Lucas and Kevin, you're outside, and you are standing over a knocked out shadow manipulating drow.
Does it have a physical body? Like, is it humanoid?
It's humanoid. It's a drow.
Okay. Most of the adventure packs that you can choose in this game have 50 feet of hemp rope or whatever. So I'm gonna use that, assuming I have it, and I'm gonna tie him up.
All right, do a
I'm up pretty
sleight
quick.
of hand check, but use your intelligence mod instead of your dex. So if you're proficient, you get the proficiency bonus. If not, then you know what I mean.
If
So,
I'm proficient, I get the. Are you saying whichever one's higher?
so what are you proficient in sleight of hand?
No.
I am.
No.
I am. I would guess. Hold on, shit. I don't have my character up. Oh, terrible.
So, Lucas, you can make the check. You're going to use your intelligence mod because you're taking your time.
Okay,
You can take a few minutes too if you want to up the plus to your roll.
Nope. Leroy Jenkins.
Okay.
12.
What'd you get?
12.
12.
An elf.
Yeah. Are you online or do you have the app?
What are you talking about?
Discord.
Yeah, Discord.
Well, I'm online.
Okay, I can tell.
Hi.
You're like cutting out at like the very end, like the last syllable.
What do you mean?
I mean, I heard you right there, but like when you said 12, or I guess it sounded like elf or something. Like it wasn't.
Oh, you heard on Elf on the Shelf. Now wait for the. No.
No.
No, I want to know what you said. What this ends with.
What? All right, so Farouk is taking a long rest, putting on her medium armor.
Short rest.
Short rest. Did I say long? Well, short rest.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
I used 3 charges, or not charges. I used 3 of my hit die that I could roll.
Hit die. Cool.
Hit die.
What are you guys doing outside in the meantime?
If I could kind of hang out, like if it's gonna take an hour, I would like to hang out here guarding him, and just sit around. And if there's gonna be the ability to do a short rest, cool. If not, I'm just guarding him.
Yep. So if you're not really active, wait, I can hear myself. I think I can hear you through your mic, Kevin. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Oh wait. All right, no, there it is. We're good. So yeah, as long as you're not doing anything too strenuous, you get the short rest. So Tom can casually, walk out at a slow pace towards you guys. You guys can watch over him. That as you short rest could be interrupted.
Yes.
But
that's like
you can always
that
resume
is
it.
my current intent for the next hour.
All right, it's just guarding him.
Yeah, and just like definitely bringing him towards like where since the sun is coming up. If there's somewhere where it's like we aren't gonna be in shade, I would kind of like if this whole place is gonna kind of brighten up, like this whole open area is gonna brighten up, then it's like, all right, cool. We're I'm kind of good with that, but.
Okay. So, Lucas, are you doing anything besides after tying him up?
How successfully have I tied him up?
You think you did a good job.
Is there any way
You pulled and it tightened, and that's as much as you know.
Okay. Well, just gonna start dragging him.
You're gonna sorry?
Drag him.
You're gonna dragon?
Drag him.
Oh, drag him.
To the
You're a
inn.
dragon now?
Oh,
Yep.
you're wait. So you're bringing him to the inn?
Yeah, brother.
All right. I'm guessing you're following, Kevin.
Yeah.
I know that you checked on the maiden. She was fine.
Yep.
And she's up now. Her name was Noelle.
Oh, okay, good. Because that hadn't come up yet.
I think I like briefly, yeah, very briefly mentioned it at the end. I'm like, oh, I gotta come up with a name, and that was it. Noelle. So she was up. You guys are resting in the inn right now, and there have been guards running by and bells alerted as soon as at like the end of your combat. You already knocked them out, and then everyone's like aware. People probably caught some of the thieves that were running away. And in that chaos, we're gonna have. I don't have an icon for the guy. Let's see what I got here. Do. There is an entire. What are those things called when they are raising up royalty? And they have them in
like a litter.
Like they have guys carrying the actual like person that's
Yeah.
on a.
Isn't that called a litter? I think it's called a litter.
It might be. I think there's another name for it too, but yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Just because this is a sticker and this looks nothing like the guy, but this is going to be his icon for right now just because I scrolled past it and it feels right.
It feels right.
Yeah, it says
Right.
litter. Palanquin also, I think.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one, but
I'm not sure what to call it. It's kind of like a chariot, but like
Yeah, it's the
people,
one.
yeah,
no
where
wheels.
people are.
So
And you have these high elf, some are human guards walking this guy out, and he walks down. He has glasses and royal clothes. And are you guys out front of the bar? Are you guys in the bar?
So has an hour gone by now, or am I still resting?
No, you guys are still resting.
Okay. So I'm up in my room.
All right, you're up in your room.
So I don't know what Shathid was doing, so I'm kind of just confused.
I'm worried he's taking this thing to his room.
I mean, that'll get him talking. So as much as I'm afraid, I'm also kind of like, I mean, maybe he's got it. So I'm holding back, just
trying to figure out
seeing what he's up to mostly.
Yeah, where are you guys? Are you guys just in the bar? Are you up front? Where are you guys?
Just weekends at Bernieing it. Just have this unconscious guy just sitting him at the bar being like, yeah, just get him a drink. He's got sunglasses on and his hood over him. Just pretending he's fine.
He's always like this.
So, Lucas, what's going on?
This is normal.
Well, are we interrogating him here or inside?
He's knocked out.
And he was hopping around like by teleporting in darkness like I do. So that's one of the concerns I have, unless you're cool with just like, whatever. Can't jump around in here. I've got sunlight that I can just fill this room with.
Are we inside the tavern or are we outside right now?
I don't know. That's your call. That's what.
Okay, let's just stay outside. We'll do a little yield public humiliation style. So we'll just keep it right outside the tavern.
Do we want to wait an hour just so that let him kind of wake up and get back to it, because I think getting my key back would be good too.
Okay. Well, if we do that, let's get a chair so we can sit him up in it and tie him to the chair better.
Perfect.
The chair will keep an eye on this scum.
I just imagine you ask the barkeep for a chair, and he's like, "You just broke my wall. What are you doing to a chair?"
Also, can you get me 7 glasses of water on the house?
Actually, you know what? If we are ordering drinks, I'll have a drink. anyway. Is Kato? Is Kato still around?
Toe.
I think Kato's running around just trying to fix stuff.
What?
I think we lost the DM.
Sounds potentially like it.
Oh yeah, I was muted the entire time.
That's
Yeah, so I was talking, like, responding to everything, and I was wondering what was going on. So
why are they acting like they don't hear me?
yeah, I was
I'm
confused. I
answering
was like,
you assholes.
well, I literally said, I'm like, I'm trying to get on the same page as you guys, because I would say something and you guys said something completely different. So I'm like, okay, now this makes sense. So
So 7 glasses of
Kato
wine.
is around. Tom was right. He's pissed, trying to pick some things up. If you guys were outside, you see this man approach, this high elf, and he comes down from this portable altar, I'm going to call it for now, and he would approach you guys. So you guys are in the bar and you're ordering drinks?
Well, if Kato isn't already in the bar, I'm gonna ask if he could be, and
he is, but he's like upstairs. He's actually in your room between you and Farouk's room, and picking stuff up, pieces of the wall, and panicking.
All right.
So
Can I go up and just I don't know if I have like little pouches to do this. I think I might just have little pouches that I can do this for. So I just toss him a little like pouch of coins, and just be like, "Hey, can you take care of that later and get drinks now?" And I toss him the bag that has 10 gold coins in it.
And he looks down and he kind of, shakes it a bit, looks through and counts the 10, and he goes, I think it's going to be more than that.
Okay.
Because this is some serious damage to the integrity of the building. I couldn't even say it seriously.
This may not be a load-bearing wall.
It's like 100 gold.
Okay.
100 gold, and then we can discuss drinks.
I toss him 100 gold.
All right. And he goes, I can get the bar going.
In addition to the 10 that I threw him.
Okay. All right. So he seems happy enough to go downstairs, and he just kind of walks past and starts up the bar. You go behind the bar, and he immediately just takes 2 shots of Demon's Breath, and then he goes, what can I get you guys?
Getting high on his own supply.
Yeah. I'll have what you're having. I say to Kato. So 2 shots of Demon's Breath, please.
All right.
Well, you're supposed to give me a goddamn bar stool for me to tie this guy up to. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, and a chair.
Oh yeah, you could have. You could definitely find that. Well, Kevin was talking with Kato while Fizzat was doing that. So
I'm guarding the body outside.
Oh, he's outside?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay,
then...
so I'll push a chair out.
Yeah, okay. So
I like it's just I don't know how heavy the chairs are, so if they're heavy, I'll just scrape it against the floor as I'm pushing it out.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. They're not that heavy. You are small, but it's not that difficult.
All right, cool.
So even with passive, you're good. If anything, it would just kind of encumber him a little bit when he wakes up, but it doesn't really anchor him in any way. But he's tied up, so.
Can we get like something? I'm gonna ask Shathid. Hey, do you have anything that you can think of that you could like kind of drive this chair in, like some stakes to like hold it down? so that it actually is anchored? Because if I can lift this thing, I imagine this douchebag can.
I need to just a reminder. Oh, well, actually, never mind. You guys go for whatever you want to do.
Well, I could always. Awesome. And I think I'll save that for later. But I think I might use speak with animals to go talk some bears into holding him down. No, that's ridiculous. Come
You
on.
need no. The only thing is like summoning the bears into town and getting them. It's gonna just take a while. That's all.
Actually, I have animal messenger as well.
It's the access to bears part.
Yeah. There might be closed gates. They can try to climb. I can make some rolls for you. See if they can. It's also gonna take some time. I feel like you guys are gonna be gone, and then there's gonna be a horde of bears.
Roar, 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 roar. It's like
I ain't that shit, but the whole point of the chair is to make it a lot harder for him to move away. So it's gonna, just adding.
Well, what you can do is you tie a rope, and it's behind his back. So he has a rope behind his back, and you can put the stool seat right there, like between his body and the rope, and then you can sit on the stool, and that might be difficult enough for him.
Well, tie his arms into the stool. So he's not sitting on it. It's just interwoven into the stool.
Listen, his arms are like behind his back, getting arrested.
Yeah.
And it's like, and his hands are like bound up behind the chair.
Yeah,
and
then we can just tie his arms within a stool.
It's fine. And we can also tie his legs to the stool. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Kevin, give me 2 con saves.
I'm immune to poison.
Yes, but
so still
2 con saves.
Okay.
Yes. It's just for something else.
Yes. So those are both 10 on the die, and that means 12.
12, okay. And give me a performance check.
Excellent. That is a 4.
All right. Again.
Solid.
And what?
One more.
Okay. Ah, fuck! That's a 5. The worst part is, I saw the die, and I was like, that has a 4 on it. If I give it a good roll, it's not gonna be a 4. So I flung it up a couple times, it landed just spot on right to the 4. And I'm like, well, fuck. So 5.
All right, so you're kind of just coughing, and you have some heat in your chest.
Yes.
And there is a little bit of like fire that you saw last night, but it's nowhere huge, and you don't really feel like you have the hang of this fire breath yet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you're immune, so you can get another one if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I could maybe buy a bottle.
Oh, buy a bottle? All right. He's just like, throw in 20 gold pieces and I can get you a bottle. And that will cover your drinks too.
Sure.
All right. And so you now have a bottle of Demon's Breath.
Nice.
That's what I always wanted.
So you are still in the bar. Faruga's up in her room. We have Shahid outside trying to many different tactics on where to place this stool, and this man approaches, so only Shahid can see him, and sees him get off of this altar and starts to approach, and he looks around at the situation, and You can already tell there's a bit of disdain with needing to deal with people who aren't high elves, but he is a representative from the high elves, and he kind of like looks down and fixes his glasses, and he's just kind of like making a headache face, and he looks at you and he goes, "So, are you the brains of the operation?"
Hey, hail and well met.
Mm-hmm. And he just goes, and he goes, "I asked you a question."
Hail and well met.
He goes, okay, you have answered the question. And
Oh
he
my
just-
god, that's awesome.
And he starts to walk beside you. He goes, "Who can tell me about what happened here?"
So last night, Trebek.
Depends who's asking.
Oh, you're not out there yet.
Oh, okay.
You're still.
I thought he came. All right, sorry.
He's walking past Shahid, but he's still trying to get information.
Okay.
And so you call him Trebek? Lucas?
Sorry.
Yeah, what's happening? So he was asking about. Can you tell me what happened here?
And I say, I'll let him know as soon as I find something out from this scum.
He looks over. Let me get. He's gonna do a
This
check.
scum bum.
And he goes, "I don't know if you know about this man, but he can manipulate shadows."
Yeah.
Looks at you.
Well, not if he sleeps with a nightlight.
Even so. But my question is, I see that there's daylight over there, and he's over here. And just kind of walks past. He points to two guards, and he like points to this guy, and they walk over and they grab him on either side. And he starts
Hey,
to
yo.
he starts to walk in to the bar. And then there's just two guards. They're not on you or anything like that, but they have this guy on. They have either arm.
They just took him from my custody, tied up?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You didn't even give me a chance to punch one.
You can certainly try.
I said, hey, yo, what are you doing? And I lay my club in front of their path for walking.
I don't know if you know the severity of this man's crimes. That's what he said.
That's what I'm going to figure out. He tried taking my stuff, man.
We have a great suspicion that he's been responsible for many of the thefts that have gone on in this city.
Now I'm taking over. Because you guys ain't done shit.
I don't think you have the jurisdiction.
Well, you can suck my jurisdiction.
I was hoping to like just stick it up your ass.
Ever. I'm clearly not the brains of the operation.
It's
Points
funny
to-
because when I'm not on the spot, I can pull out, amazing one-liners like that, like you used to in Barovia.
Classic. Anyways, I say, why don't you enlighten me a little bit?
Well, he's been
Yeah,
incredibly
well,
difficult to
relevant.
catch.
What?
He's been incredibly difficult to catch, and before he wakes up, we need to get him to a certain cell. So he can't run away.
I'm coming with you.
You're more than welcome to guide us, or guide him to his cell. You can accompany the guards. That's fine.
Beautiful.
All right.
do. That's what I do.
All right. So this guy continues to walk in. He goes into the bar. So Kevin, you turn around. You have a bottle of Demon's Breath in your hand. Goblin about half his height, and he kind of just looks at you. And he looks at you and Kato, and he goes, "Can anyone tell me what happened here?"
Well, there was a theft, and then
And Kato kind of looks at you. Fizzette.
There we go. Well, there was a theft, and then my companions and I caught the criminal. We got him out there, just resting up and letting ourselves get ready for the interrogation. As I kind of inspect the bottle of booze that I just bought.
Alright, well, you've been very reliable so far. My men have not been able to catch him. He's killed many guards, and he's led many men to steal many items in this city. So he begins to approach you more, and he goes, we can allow some time with him. We will be in the High Gardens cell. And he'll turn and walk away.
The High Garden cell. Where would I find that?
Well, you'll be under maximum security escort. We're going into the High Elf territory.
Oh, all right. Well, we've got one more that we used to capture him. Do you want me to grab the last one?
If you must. And then he starts to walk away. He walks out. Shahid, you see him walking. He walks over to this altar with a bunch of guards. What do you guys do?
So I'm gonna be going to the bottom of the stair. Depending on like how big this place is, I'm gonna like run to the bottom of the stairs and just yell up to Farouk that we're going.
Do I hear?
I don't know. That's on you.
Yeah. I mean, you can do a perception check.
All right, cool. Straight up percept. I think that's not that great. What is percept? That is. Okay, 17.
Oh yeah, that's not bad at all.
Well,
it wasn't that high. I was worried that you were going to say this, and I'm like, all right, you're going to be apart from the party.
Well, no, I rolled a 12, and I didn't. I thought I only had like a +2 to it, so I'm like, I don't know if that's going to work out, depending upon how hard you're going to make this.
Potentially could be
borderline,
yeah.
That was easy. It's quiet. It's in the morning. There's not much going on. So yeah, you heard him. You're welcome to follow. This isn't very strenuous. You guys, there is a cart outside waiting for you.
Sweet.
And you are able to rest in that because you wouldn't be walking. You're just kind of hanging out there.
Sweet.
So,
Farouk comes down and joins the party and says, "Oh, you guys have made friends."
Mm-hmm. They have this guy. He's in the cart. He's on the altar with this guy, and then there's a cart behind. And he goes, "You guys are more than welcome to use this an escort to the High Elf territory."
Yeah, I'll jump right in.
All right. Everyone else joins. Everyone goes in the cart.
Absolutely.
Lucas, you're good.
I'm walking this guy to his cell. I'm gonna try to see this motherfucker through.
All right. Yeah. So you're gonna go on the altar with this guy?
Yeah, let's do this like Brutus.
All right. Do a. Well, he already said you could do a persuasion check.
He already said I could.
Yeah, I know. Just do a persuasion check.
I have a question after.
The answer is no.
Okay, perfect.
What's your 18?
17.
17. All right. You approach the altar, and he kind of holds you up for a bit, and you're like, you already said I could. I won't let this guy out of my sight. And then he kind of thinks for a second, and he nods, and he allows you to be one of the guards that escorts them back. You other guys, you guys are in the cart. Is there anything you want to do?
Is the cart just like a regular cart, like it has no roof?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Skyrim cart.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, cool. So we're able to see what's going on with like the prisoner and everything.
Yep, you're able to see from back there.
All right, cool.
And it is starting to become daylight
Ugh.
as you guys go to this territory. You guys are taking a short rest. Is there anything you guys want to do during this short rest? Focus on items, roll hit die, stuff like that.
Wasn't there something that we hadn't identified yet that maybe I could give it another whirl?
There was a ring, right?
Yeah, there was a ring. Can I try to do like another check on that ring?
A ring?
Well, hold on, because there was the spell storing, ram, and evasion.
Yep,
Yeah.
those are the ones I
Those
have
were the
noted.
3.
Yeah,
Was it
and so
Cloak of
I'm.
abjuration?
Yep.
But
You have that.
was there something about that? Because I thought we didn't finish figuring out all of that.
I didn't even know we had that.
We did. We do. The only items that we don't really know what they do is Fizzat's headband, and
Headband.
you have a pretty good idea of what these sword and daggers are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be keeping all of them.
So
The sword and the daggers.
Yeah.
So can I make a check on the headband just to see like if maybe like I've got like just watching it on Fizzat has given me some like extra insight into it?
The only thing is this is like for attunement. So if you're trying to attune to a certain item, you can, but you would need to be the one wearing it and thinking of its properties and whatnot.
Oh, so I couldn't just do like an Arcana check to see like if I know the history of the item, know about it.
For attunement,
Sure.
I mean,
It's gonna be difficult because if you're doing this over a short rest, like the phrase "take 20," you can like succeed on it right away, but that's just what like Fizzat would be doing while like attuning to it.
Oh yeah.
If you want to figure out what the items do prior to attuning to it, you can give it your best shot.
All right. I'll give
this
it
isn't
okay,
necessarily like a mage item. You can tell it's more for a monk, so you. Just aim high.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Come on, dice. Oh, that's not bad. 17 on the die. I have a +8 to Arcana, so
Right.
25.
Yeah, that was the DC. So you're looking over this, and
You're welcome for that.
So you're with Fizzat, and Fizzat's kind of like meditating, thinking of the item, and you're looking over it, and you're like, poking it, and Fizzat's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And what you tell him is, what you tell him is this has an extraordinary connection to life force. It can make the wielder more wise and in tune with energy.
Okay, cool.
So in mechanics terms, this might add a bonus to his wisdom and to his key. How much is dependent on when he attunes to it and whatnot.
Okay, all right. So I relay this information. Absolutely.
okay.
Because you kind of know what you're looking for now, and you can do that.
All right. So yeah, I would like to try and attune to this thing.
All right. So.
Or whatever.
All right. So the way I'm going to do this is you have probably an hour ride. You can do that phrase, like I said, like the taking 20.
Yep.
And you can get a success, and it just takes that long, or you can start rolling for, automatic attunement. So this requires attunement. What else do you guys have? Lucas has a bunch in his shell right now. Everything else that you guys got prior is hidden, except for the rings that Tom has.
Which I have gloves on covering.
Right, exactly.
And you
so
have
what,
evasion and spell storing, right?
Yes, and I used the spell that was in the spell storing slot, so it's currently a useless ring because I have not put a spell into it.
Do your spells recover on a short rest?
No, they do not.
No. Okay.
Only warlock.
You can put like if you have a spell that's open, you can put a spell in there. So right before a long rest, you can
no,
charge it up with
absolutely.
something.
Yeah, I just if I did it right now, it would be futile because all it would do is just mean that rather than casting the spell, I could use the ring to cast the spell. And
Right.
like,
yeah. It's the same. Yeah, I got you.
yeah,
It's the same
it's
thing.
the ring is awesome if you can prep. Right, so like
Right.
if we had taken a long rest and I still had a second level spell, I would dump a second level spell in there. But in the current scenario, it's like basically it's just taking an item slot up.
What you know about that ring is that the spell that you cast was 3rd level, so it can have a capacity of a 3rd level. You can have 3 level 1s, or you can have 1 3rd level spell.
Okay, cool.
Whenever you're ready to use that, and let's see, Lucas has everything else. Fizzat has these items. Kevin, you attune to the headband, and you get 1 bonus key and +1 to your wisdom.
Dope.
Ooh, nice.
So there you go. And you're also trying to attune to the daggers. The daggers are kind of like a set.
All right, then yeah.
All right, so you're attuning to those, and as you're doing it, you have these daggers in your hand. And you're kind of like in this meditative state, and you start charging your ki through your arms and everything. And all of a sudden, your eyes start to hurt, and you open up your eyes and you see the sun, and all of a sudden you notice they're really starting to burn. And then all of a sudden, 2 pieces of magical darkness appear on either side of you. Farouk sees this, and you kind of look to the left and the right, and you can see right through them. So you're able to see through magical darkness, but it is very difficult to see in the sun. So you would have disadvantage in sunlight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is part of the curse, and you also start to hear some whispering. I looked at the languages you know, and you don't really understand what's being said, but you feel, because you just attuned to these 2 daggers, that there's a conversation being had between 2 entities, and you can try to do an intelligence check to figure out what it is.
Sure. That is okay. That's good. All right, so an 18 total.
18 total. You are pretty sure that these are shadow demons.
Cool. That
are trapped inside these blades, giving them or granting these blades the necrotic damage. You know that they'll be with you at all times, and as you do that, you open up your hands, and the daggers slide down your wrists and onto your forearms, and they are kind of Assassin's Creed-like in a way, where you can manipulate them to go up to your hands and grab them, and they come into your forearms, and then they just kind of fade into your skin.
fucking awesome.
So you have those, but you hear like this weird whispering and snickering, and just from time to time, you can tell that they're trying to communicate with you, but you do not understand what's going on. It's kind of freaky, but you're starting to get used to it.
Kevin, can you just automatically name them Jeff and Linda?
I don't know what I need to name them yet. I'm gonna have to figure that one out because there's some ideas I've already been having.
All right. So you guys are on your way. Is there any other items you guys need to attune to?
I don't think so. Well, not for me at least.
All right. Make sure
Fucking awesome.
if you have an item, make sure you know if you need to attune to it. Kevin, the daggers count as a set, so that counts as one item. You have the headband, which is another, so you have only one open slot.
Okay.
Lucas has all of them now. He is attuned to the robe. And Lucas, are you attuned to anything else that you know of?
Is that the cloak?
Yeah, he's attuned to the cloak. Lucas?
Do you have to be attuned to rings?
I think so. So Thomas,
I don't think the
ring of a
rings
ram.
required attunement.
I'll check.
I have a ring of a ram as well.
just make sure if you're going to use them and they require attunement, you need to attune to it in order to get the benefits.
Ring of Ram requires attunement. Ring of Storing requires attunement. And then Ring of...
Evasion.
Yep. Just requires attunement.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah. All right. So I will attune to both of those.
So I think everyone has one open slot.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to attune to the Ring of Storing just yet because I've used it at this point.
Yeah, but in order to use it, you had to
You have to say attuned. Okay, yeah. Never mind.
So I think I just assumed over the long rest that you had those. Don't worry, it's not. Yeah, the curse would have revealed itself as soon as you attuned to it the first time. So Kevin's kind of having this weird experience, and there's magical darkness on either side of him, and he can feel that it's there, but he can't really see it the same way you do, Farouk.
And so, like,
did I have any idea of what language they were speaking?
Oh yeah, you did roll pretty high. You're pretty sure that it's infernal because they are demons.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would make sense. All right, cool.
Yeah, I checked earlier, and it'd been interesting if you could understand. But we're keeping it this way, and you are heading to the castle. So they got you there. Where to send you guys? If I have a map. No, I just have the throne room, but you guys won't be going there, unfortunately, so this will be theater of the mind. You guys appear, and it's just going to be a jail cell. It is bright light in there. Kevin, you're struggling with sight, and they
Can
kind
I
of
see
have...
outside of the cell.
You need to go into this. Like, this is a very special cell. They've been crafting this because you believe they've had him in custody before, but he's escaped a couple times. So they've kind of learned from their mistakes, and
that was actually something I was curious about. Is that something I could ask? Do we know the elf's name?
No one's asked.
Okay.
But yeah, once you get there, and you can ask him, he will. And I'm guessing you guys ask in your travels, and he says, "I am Elong. I am the representative of the High Elf royalty."
All right. So could I ask how this guy had gotten out before? Because it seems like you guys have protections in place.
We left it to the outer rim to catch them, and they've caught a couple thieves, but this one always seems to get out of those cells and release everyone that they've caught. We've been trying to track them, and there's been outreach from them, and we have made preparations, so now we can make sure he does not escape.
Oh, okay.
This is quite a privilege. Not many people other than high elves are allowed in this place. So
Well, to be honest,
having time
I'd
with
say
your
we kind of
prisoner,
earned it with the prisoner.
being that you guys are the ones that have caught him, this is the least we can do is allow you to have time with him.
It's appreciated. Thank you.
Is
Right, so he.
I just want to throw a question out there too. I just
Mhm.
want to say, like, is what is this? What is he part of? Like, is it just a thieves guild, or like, what
Oh,
does
you
this guy?
need to ask him. Yeah, he goes. We will be interrogating him, and we will be listening. But you are welcome to walk in here. And he opens up the door. Says that you're kind of like taken back by it, but you're trying your best to hide
Yeah,
your
I'm kind
weakness.
of, subtly trying to bring my headband down a little bit,
Okay.
where it's kind of like almost turning into a blindfold a little bit, but trying to still be able to see a little bit, but it kind of sucks.
All right. And so you just have the blades. Okay. Yeah. So you guys can walk into this cell. You see that he's attached to the walls. There's multiple different strings, or like this kind of like tinsel attaching them to the walls, and there's bright light everywhere. You'd think from spells. And he's just kind of sitting there, and he's woken up. So he's It's all you guys.
Howdy, bud.
And he looks up, just kind of in disappointment,
Yeah, I
and
know.
puts his head back down, and yeah.
So, unfortunately, I know you'd love to get out of here. That's not really going to happen. But, I mean, as we were hopping around chasing each other, you understand that I want to get out of here. So I was just wondering if you could tell us what we need to know. The quicker we could get this done, the better. And maybe it's gonna be easier on you if it's we find out everything we're looking for.
All right. So, as you're talking to him, he looks at you, and then he smiles, and he goes, "Oh, you have them." And he just starts to kind of to laugh to himself, and he goes, "Enjoy that."
Yeah, well, we'll see.
And then, let's see. He says, "So what do you want to know?"
What were you doing? And
Well,
why?
collecting items here and there. We like all sorts of things. Lots of history in this town. Lots of history. Lots of precious artifacts and different magical items you would not believe.
Hmm.
Actually, you might. I can probably tell that you have a few.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like how good those eyes are, but I mean, I can understand, what you're saying. So who is this we that you were mentioning?
Well, picked up on that, huh? Well, we would probably be considered a guild to these people, but they have no idea what's going on.
Now, when you say these people,
These high elves. They've been using up this land for quite some time.
using up.
Oh yeah,
In just
the
using,
tree
or-
mother. Hmm. Oh yeah, they haven't let anyone besides themselves step into this area. Maybe some liaisons or from other races and whatnot talk with them, but nope, they've always been in control.
And
Always been in control.
and yet people are stealing from the outer rim. I don't see how that equates.
They told you just the outer rim?
Oh
That's
no, I caught you guys in the outer rim.
That's where you caught us. You kind of have to go through the outside if you're coming from the inside.
Don't have to take stuff from the outside.
You gotta go underground to get overground.
We do. We do. There's a lot we have plans for.
I love plans. My dad was an architect. Oh, I grew up with plans everywhere. Any chance you want to tell me anything about plans? I love plans.
He's a real planophile.
He looks up to the side and he just kind of smiles. He goes, I think you will have to find the warlock.
Now, who could this be?
You should ask your new friends. They know him.
Excellent. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
You know, maybe we can do this again sometime.
Oh, I plan on it.
All right. Well, then we'll be seeing you. And I didn't catch your name. What was that?
Oh, my
Linda.
name's not important.
We'll call him Linda.
Oh, well. It might have to be Linda.
He laughs at that and he goes, if you must know. He goes, my name is Okran.
Is that like Ocran?
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Okay. So, all right. Well, see, isn't that better than Linda? So, all right, now.
Farouk's like, I still like Linda better. But
now
Is there anything you want to ask Lucas? I don't know if Lucas is here.
All right, what? I apologize.
We were interrogating the guy. I didn't know if you had anything in addition to add to what Kevin was asking.
Yeah, I slap him and I say, "What color is my underwear?"
He gets slapped. Make an attack roll with advantage.
What is it? Just strength check?
Yeah, no, just a straight up attack roll, like your claw.
Oh boy, my claw.
Yeah, you're gonna definitely hit him, but
double ones, snake eyes, ultra snake eyes.
With advantage. First roll is an 11. Second roll is a 28.
Oh yeah. You fuck him up. That was really good. That was a really good hit, and he kind of just shakes his head a little bit.
Shathid's just like, hey, what'd the face say to the hand? Slap!
Yeah, you almost knocked him out with that hit. And then you hear Elong open up the door, and he was just like, I think that's enough. And then he invites you. He goes, please, we have a little to discuss out here.
All right, but I want another hit before I go.
I don't know if he can take it. And then you kind of look. Do an insight check real quick.
Again?
Lucas?
Say again?
Insight?
Side check. Here we go, Galaxy. Here we go. All right. 1.
You get a 1?
21.
2-1?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you noticed this. There was a little bit of... You'd think there's a bit of history there. And he said, I don't know if he can handle it. And you could tell that there was just kind of a moment where it was definitely like a rivalry between these two guys.
I say, seems like you have a bit of history. Did you have a rivalry before?
And he said, "Please join me out here."
I just imagine that Pizzazz just like pounding his bottle of Demon's Breath right now. It's just like, I got my questions answered. Whatever.
I've got that, tucked away for when I need to pop that out.
Oh, Noel. Oh, Noel.
Right.
All right. So do you guys join him?
We are. I thought we were.
You're exiting?
Yeah, I will. I'll be heading out of the room as quickly as possible.
That makes sense. And everyone else follows through. So you guys are outside the cell. He closes the door. You guys are kind of in a dim light setting now. So you're at ease, Fizzat, and you can tell. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fuck.
You can tell that he's a little bit disturbed. He's a bit on edge. You guys can probably all tell that. And
Hey, so on edge, friend.
Something he said, the warlock?
Yeah, that was interesting. And I was just about to ask my new high elf friend about that.
He's been a nuisance on the... Not even on inside the town. He lives about 4 miles south of here.
So he's speaking of the warlock as though he's...
Oh, we've known him. He's tried to get into this city before. I hate his kind.
Maybe you should have built that damn wall.
Wait, his
we
kind?
have a wall.
Like
Kind.
Warlocks in general, or like is the warlock something specific?
Tiefling. Those infernal creatures.
Whoa, pointy ears. Slow down on the race riot.
Hey,
Time out.
whoa, relax with the pointy ears stuff. Although sometimes it works out, so I mean, it's not really. Proceed.
So you guys...
I feel we're all a little race tense. Let's all take.
For sure. From the moment you met this guy, you've known like his looking down upon others. Even though he's acted.
I can only imagine that a high elf looks at a half with nothing but gratitude and servitude in thought.
Well, especially when standing next to a goblin. Just what? So
you guys do get the sense this entire time that you're surprised that you're allowed this far, but given on how edged this guy is and what he's telling you about the warlock, he's kind of hoping to make it your problem.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Oh yeah.
So it sounds like this is something you need some help with, and my fellows and I are not so much helpers as contracted specialists. So what are your thoughts about that?
He thinks to himself for a bit, and he said, well, we are the most wealthy in this area. We could provide something in the range of 1,000 platinum pieces.
Farouk is like visibly shocked, like just like.
As my turtle ranger.
What?
Why?
As your turtle.
Why? Alignment. Anyways, why are you offering such a large sum of money?
This one has also been a nuisance for some time. We want to be rid of this entire situation. It's
a lot of money to get rid of a situation.
More and more incidents have been occurring lots of robberies, lots of failings, and
Is it possible to have someone give us a square answer on as much intel as you have on this warlock?
he is a tiefling that has lived in a cabin outside of the city for some time. He has been linked to many crimes that have happened here, or we believe, and we will pay good money for his removal permanently. If you bring me his head, we will give you the platinum.
I guess my follow-up question to this is not so much the dirty deed of it, but rather, like, are we talking about a warlock that summons, like Balrogs to help him out? Are we talking about a warlock that occasionally eats a child? Like, what kind of a warlock are we talking about?
He thinks to himself, he goes, I hear that he has glowing red eyes and is always enraged and attacks first and asks questions later.
Oh man, maybe we could hire this guy to join the team. I mean, I didn't say that out loud.
So, in addition to the platinum, could there be any sort of renown that might go with this? Some sort of, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Some sort of ceremonial title.
Nobility. You're looking for nobility?
I mean, I didn't
You
say
might
nobility,
have.
But I mean, I'm not going to say no nobility.
There might be an audience with the royal family.
Ho ho!
Potentially.
I mean, you said maybe.
Depends.
Now
We'll have to see. We'll have to see this. We'll have to see this task followed through. There might be other tasks that we may need done before meeting the family, but if 1,000 platinum pieces doesn't pique your interest, I don't know what will.
Oh well, I just told you the things that will. And the reason there was a follow-up is because 1,000 platinum pieces piques my interest.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
I also have one continuing question, and that is it 1,000 platinum pieces each, or 1,000 platinum pieces
1,000 platinum pieces total.
One never gets ahead if one doesn't.
This is true.
So is there maybe a guide or a map or maybe a guide map that you could show us?
Any map guides that you have?
Any clerics that have nothing else to do besides buff us constantly? Just saying.
I've heard of your adventures. I heard you helping the townspeople and bringing back some of their items. The cave that you found on route. If you follow that path and you head southeast, you'll find his cabin.
Like out of game. Out of game. Is that like a multiple day trip to get there, or is that something we get there in like a couple hours?
4 hours outside the city.
4 hours outside the city. Okay.
It's gonna take you like an hour to get to the wall, but then yeah, so it's gonna you'll arrive there close to. Let's see, it's morning now. Probably like 3 in the afternoon is when you would arrive at the cabin.
I think I'm just gonna look at Fizzat and Shathid and just be like, quick huddle, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm a little scarce when it comes to some of my abilities right now. And so if we could get there by noon, that sounds great. But if this guy's going to be as much of a potential problem as the dude we just brought in here, Maybe we do this tomorrow morning. Thoughts, comments? None.
Nope. No comments or thoughts. Hmm. It's interesting. I've been getting a funny feeling from you guys.
It's up to you guys.
I mean, I'm all for going and doing this, especially for the reward that's been placed in front of us. I'm just saying that, like, do we want to do this where we're like at our max, or do we want to do this where we've used some of our abilities and don't have them at the ready?
Wait, hold on. Maybe I'm confused and I missed something. Who are we trying to fight again?
The warlock.
This old guy right now? Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know what the heck I'm missing.
So they're telling us that the guy that we just brought in had a buddy, like a partner in crime kind of thing, called the Warlock. The Warlock is a tiefling that is at like his enclave or abode or whatever that's like some 4 hours out of town. If we leave the city that we're in right now to go deal with this, to go handle the situation, we can be there by like mid-afternoon, like 3:00 ish. If we do that, though, some of us are going to be down on some of our stuff and things, myself included.
I'll be fine. But no, this doesn't feel too right to go hunting for people. You know, it's a lot of money. I mean, all I'm saying is that try to put in perspective, if we can metagame for a second. Platinum, 1,000 platinum. That is so much money.
Yeah,
in the
It's
game.
10,000 gold.
That's an obscene amount of money in this game. Like,
yes,
that's equivalent of like
A million bronze pieces.
You are very rich if you have 1,000 platinum.
it's very true. Well, you're very rich.
What are they trying to get across here by giving us so much goddamn money? That's a lot of money.
Well, so
For some mercenaries.
Here's the thing to think about too: is that like if this problem is this great, the risk factor has to be pretty high.
Or they just want us to feel like maybe now we kind of owe them because they gave us a bunch of money.
I don't think that at all. I think that these elves are like pragmatic, and they're
I think that it feels like this guy's kind of got his own asshole ways of feeling about things. I felt like he's always been looking down upon everybody. I don't like
no doubt.
And it's something in my gut, as intuitive as I am as my character, as insightful as I am.
So I'm not saying anything to go against your insight, but what I am saying is that 1,000 platinum on the table is an offer that we're not likely to get very often from others. So first things first is I'm just putting it on the table that like I am out of second level spells and I have used one of my first level spells. So like spell casting abilities not as powerful as they could be right now. I'm not saying I'm not good for like hack and slash, but if we need like an out that one of our spells could give us, I don't have that anymore. The other thing is that we could always go to this place and do some recon and like scout it out, see if there's like stuff and things that maybe make us go, should we kill this guy? Or wow, this guy's like hitting cats with baseball bats, and Farouk's just like, no, not gonna have it, and he's just gonna charge
why
in.
Why don't we not take any money and go think about it for a bit, and that's what we'll tell them we're doing.
Do we have to take the money now?
No, it's payment on the delivery.
No, yeah, on delivery of his head.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like I'll take the money now.
I think they're a little more shrewd than that.
Right, but I'll take the money now.
Wait, what did he say about the money? He won't. It's a one-time offer.
No, it's you won't be paid till you deliver his head to Elon.
Okay. Well, so let's just think about it, fellas.
Okay. I'm done thinking. Yeah, how about you guys?
I'm in. Like
I
I'm
think I
in
need
to
a
do
good
this.
night's sleep.
What?
I
No. If you want to have us, if you want to request more time, I'm okay with that.
Okay, I think our characters need to think about this a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, why don't we do this? Why don't we tell this guy that we need to consider this, and that if there's anyone he could perhaps like point us towards that would have more insight into this warlock, we'd appreciate talking to them. And then we get like a solid night's sleep. We get a decision made, and then we set off if we're going to do this, we set off in the morning and go get it done.
That's great. I definitely need some water.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right, so you're postponing it today, so you're going to stay in town, taking the day to rest, right?
Sounds like it.
Yes.
All right. Elon says you'll be escorted out of the building, still under security. You are not permitted to go anywhere else besides to the outer gates. And then he raises his hand and he shows you out.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I guess. Good stuff. Don't forget to don't wear white after Labor Day. Just heads up. Just letting you know.
You guys spend an hour on the cart going back. Actually, like a little bit less if you're right on the edge of like the high elf territory. As soon as you get out, you're free to move about. You can do whatever you want. Is there anything else you guys want to do on that ride, or go right to the outskirts? What do you want to do?
So just like again, kind of a metagaming for this.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to just skip to the next day?
No. Like metagaming. Like I have a quick question for Lucas. Lucas, like, what is your biggest like hang up about taking this job on? Is it like your character's alignment, or do you just think that
my character's alignment is like a lawful good?
Okay, all right, I got you.
All about like making sure we're upholding like this. If this feels fishy to my character's gonna suspect it, and it's like he has a very high insight, and he could tell from the moment this guy got into town that he had some snooty attitude about him. I mean, I'm not saying Hitler-esque, but maybe like Mussolini.
Mini Hitler. Well, so is there a way, or a question? So TJ, did this guy like give us like enough of a backstory on this warlock to make him sound like some sort of supervillain, or is he just painting like a really sort of vague picture of a guy who's a pain in the ass that they just don't like?
Insight check.
All right, yeah. Insight check. Insight. Ooh, that's not bad. Okay, 18 total.
You think from that this is a pretty bad guy. He sold it to you.
Okay, all right. So like if in the sort of conversation on the cart ride back, I think that's what Farouk would kind of be saying to Shathid is just like, what, this sounds like a really evil dude that is a problem, and like I don't see what the issue is of going and like and getting rid of this problem.
Are we on the cart alone, or is there like a high elf around?
There's high elves on the side marching alongside of it, and a high elf driver, but you don't really feel like they're eavesdropping in.
Because I'm going to suggest that if we want to take the job and then go and find out, see if this guy's a good guy. If he's not, we kill him. If we do, and you're honor bound, it's so much gold.
Correction, it's so much platinum.
So much gold. Because I'm going to change it back to gold. Because then it's more. So much.
It is a lot. So tell me, what are you guys doing? You are.
So what do you think?
You reached the end of the high elf territory. You are now on the outskirts. You're free to move about. You can walk back to the inn to rest, but just let me know what you guys plan to do.
I'd like to do, since we have like the day, since we're gonna like sort of rest overnight. I would like to try and make like an investigation check, or some kind of research check about just talking with people in the town and seeing what like their overarching like thoughts are about this warlock, or if they've even heard of this warlock guy. And not so much because I'm trying to doubt the insight check, but because Farouk really believes that everything that the high elf told her was real, but right. she's confused with how like adamant Shathid is being about how this is a bad play.
Okay, you guys are walking around. Farouk is asking different people that may know. As you get further and further to the outskirts, you get different stories. So the people who are closer in, they kind of tell you horror stories, and they're like, I hear he, eats babies and stuff, and then all of a sudden you start going out, and it becomes less and less intense. And they're just, eventually, once you get to the outskirts where you usually are, where the bar is and everything like that, they're like, I think he's just misunderstood.
So, further in, he eats babies. Further out, he only beats them. Like, you've kicked one or two babies, but you're not like that bad.
You hear a huge range of this, but the one thing you do notice as you go through this is the further out you go, the less intense the stories become. Still bad. It's not like he's not entirely like misunderstood, but that's just the example I gave to like, show the severity and the difference of stories. So if we were to do like, like a montage of people. Like
he comes into town and stabs only 6 people, but he does pay his bar tab. So I mean, is he that bad? I don't know.
You get that like right in the middle, of course. You get like stories like that. Rapid fire, just he burnt my shake. I don't know.
He set my laundry on fire.
Cream. He lit my grandma on fire. What?
He made my Orange Julius poorly. Oh, okay.
Too, so.
So why don't we just why don't we rest and then just go talk to this guy and see what happens? I mean, if he attacks us, we already saw what happened when somebody tried to do that. We'll just
as you're going through town and you're walking at the bar, there is a very old man with a familiar person that Farouk. And it's just this ancient dude, and he's walking over, and he's like, meh, like can barely speak and stand up, and he's walking over to you, and he's like, hey you, and then he comes over, and he just whacks you on the head with a stick. It deals no damage, at all. If anything, according to these stats, he heals you. Because it's just that frail and weak. And he's like, "You scared my grandson." And he's just so very pissed at you. And he kind of bonks you on the head a couple times, like Yoda does to Luke, but there's no damage at all. And he's giving you a talking to, and you notice the grandson, and he's trying to pull him away and just dragging him through the crowd. So that happens.
I think
you can do what you want to with that.
I feel like Farouk, in order to suss this situation out and get it resolved, is gonna like grunt, very half orcish, narrow her eyes, and then go, "Old man, feast on this," and then very much like the powers of the Bard of Strength that you showed earlier is going to begin to flex and show off her what a 23 strength looks like physically, to sort of allay the old man's fears and send him away, or at least incapacitate him.
Okay, so is there? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to intimidate him?
I guess I'm trying to. What is it? It's I'm trying to persuade them to just chill out by like doing the whole like the dude from Full Metal Alchemist, like who would just be like, "Do not worry," and just like rips his shirt off and starts like flexing because he's just like, "Look at how magnificent I am," with like the little like starbursts happening all around him. I'm just trying to make that work. Trying to be a bard of strength, even though I'm not a bard.
All right. So this kid is dragging the grandfather away. He's kind of making it in the crowd, and he starts to make some hand gestures at you. And all of a sudden, this frail old man is casting some pretty intense magic. And give me a con saving throw.
What a dick. All right, so because we were screwing this up so bad before, if you are highlighted in this, that means that you add your proficiency bonus to the check, or that you have advantage on it.
No, if it's highlighted, you just add your proficiency bonus, and that's
Gotcha.
it. It's already calculated in.
Okay, all right.
So
I rolled a 7. I have a +6, so 13.
Right. So 13. You do not make it, but you grow a full beard. You are now a woman with boobs and just got a full beard from your face all the way down to your crotch. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's just what he felt like doing, and he just kind of giggles to himself, an old crazy man, and that's what you got going on right now.
I think I'm gonna like Farouk's just gonna walk over and bear hug him, and start to squeeze.
There was some distance between you and the crowd, and there is a crowd of people that they were disappearing into. But is that a thankful hug, or is that like just a?
Oh no, this is like a wrestling bear hug is what this is, and Farouk's gonna say, "Take it off."
All right, so the other guy is running while his grandfather is still casting things, and you have a pretty decent strength. All right.
This is hilarious.
And then as you're running towards, you're in an air shot of this kid, and he's like, "Please just shave it off and leave him alone."
He started that's like just snarling, like just like the brutish sort of like half orcs is just coming out like, "You made Farouk not beautiful."
All right, and so you're running towards
can I-
him.
can I pop
Give
in there,
me
Just hey.
no,
maybe
no
your mom
check
did.
right now. He is going to do. Trying to figure out how this would work. All right. Now that you're running towards him, he starts to be enveloped by what you can tell is mage armor.
Okay.
So the grandfather is preparing for this, as the grandson is like, please, just end this conflict, and he's running at a decent pace from you.
I have no quarrel with the grandson. The grandson can get the hell out.
Right, it's the grandfather, and he goes, and then the kid turns, he stops running, and he's like, "For your own good, please just leave him alone."
He started this.
All right.
Is there
Are
any-
you going to try to bear hug him?
Yes, I am.
Are you guys watching, or are you guys joining
I was
in
gonna say, is there
with
any
this?
chance I could?
Farouk and Fizat and Shahid.
Oh, there we go. That's why. Is there any chance I could teleport and try and trip Farouk when she's running?
You can try.
Because I feel
It
like
is.
this is hilarious.
You can try. I'm not sure about teleporting. It is sunlight now.
Oh, okay. So yeah, can I just try and run up in that case?
Oh yeah. So you can run up, but you do have disadvantage. So you can try and trip for sure.
All right. What would I be doing?
I think you would be going for a shove
I was
attack,
gonna say,
but
that'd be
it would
like the push or whatever.
it would be just to knock them prone.
Okay. That is unfortunate then. Because that's unlikely that I'm going to be able to do that. I was hoping for a sneak attack thing. So yeah, there's definitely...
I mean, yeah, that could be argued that she would not be expecting that. So, I mean, we could do a competing perception check. It's up to you guys. This is PvP, and I just kind of want to have you guys resolve it. So,
I think So, like, what are you gonna roll? What are you rolling against me, Kevin?
Well, I mean, I was trying to sneak up and see if I could trip you, because I found the beard adding thing hilarious, and it was just something where it's like, you know, I heard like, just please shave it off, and it's like, yeah, relax, and then it's like, for your sake, and it's like, now I think I might need to save her. I don't know what this guy's doing and like what's going on, but like I was worried for his sake, and then I got worried for yours.
So Farouk is like off her rocker at this point,
Yeah.
just angry, and so she is rushing at this guy, and I'm not going to tell you what I already said I'm going to bear hug him, but so by saying that, I'm clearly not whipping out a magical weapon and trying to hack an old man to pieces, but if like
You're
if
a half-orc charging an old man, you're gonna rip him in half.
What one would think, except the old man gave a half-orc female a beard that she does not appreciate. So
I know why you're running at him.
So I mean, like, if you want to try and just like sneak over, I guess I could do a perception check versus like your stealth or something like that. Or my other thought is, because it's a physical attack, that it would just be like a contest. Like, I could do like a reflex against it.
Yeah, I'm down for rolling whatever at this point.
All right, TJ, you're the guy. You're the final
word.
Yeah, so he's going against your AC.
Okay.
And it would just be a shove attack.
All right.
Okay.
That he has
normal disadvantage.
If you want to figure out if there's advantage, do a stealth check at disadvantage versus a perception check.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 21.
Yeah, what is my perception? Yeah, I got a 13.
13. So now you're doing competing rolls, and there's no advantage disadvantage. So with Kevin, it's just your attack roll as normal, and if you get above a 17, then
Okay.
Oh,
17
17 or higher, right?
right.
So, yeah, okay. So that was where I got my critical.
You critically trip.
Right.
Wait, does that mean
break
does that
the
mean
ankle.
he trips me so well that I go airborne and then crash into the old man?
That would be excellent. Just a failure critical.
I like the coloring of it. If you're going to fall towards him and you're about to hit him, there's stuff that's going to happen. I'm more than happy to paint that picture with you guys, but
listen, I'm rushing this old man. So whatever happens with what Kevin just did, you tell me. You're the storyteller.
Kevin trips you, and you fall forward, and you start tumbling. It is a pretty intense fall, but your momentum has kept up the pace, and you are falling towards the old man. Give me a dex saving throw at disadvantage.
Could I use one of the charges in my ring of evasion to just succeed at this?
Oh, didn't even think of that. I mean, you could have done it for Kevin tripping you, but for this, I'm not sure. Like, you're already mid-fall, you know what I mean? But, at the same time, mechanics-wise, you're 100% correct. You can do that if that's what you wish to do.
That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. This is everything I wanted. I love this.
All right. So you fall towards him, and it seems like it's inevitable, and somehow there is a force that has you trip in the opposite direction, and you notice that a dimensional gate has opened between you and the old man, and you seem to be stumbling in a different direction now. So, kind of like a pinball, is you just were heading towards the goal, but you hit a bumper and you get flung in a different direction. You were saved by the ring, and it prevented damage and everything like that, but you missed this dimensional door, if you will.
I have a new plan when it's my turn, because I want to throw the old man through the door.
Oh no!
What happened?
Did I break up at all, or
it was kind of broken up a little bit?
Yeah,
it was broken up.
You told me that I stutter stepped, missed getting flung, self-propelling myself through a dimensional door, and then I was like, on my turn, I know what I want to do, and that is I want to grab the old guy and throw him through the dimensional door.
Okay, so you were flung, but you were like I said, like a bumper, and you went into the opposite direction. You kind of stumble into a store.
Okay.
So
do I sit up like it's like a cartoon show, and I've got like a crazy lady's like horse racing hat on, and like a couple other things strung over my shoulders, like I fell into like a haberdasher or something.
Oh yeah. You like into a cart and everything like that. That's what you fell into. So you're kind of dealing with the goods, and a shopkeeper comes over and is trying to remove these things from you and saying, "Are you okay?" And you are able to get up again. You now have some clothes draped over you and whatnot. But you see the old man, and he's standing there, and he's kind of smirking, and the grandson's still trying to pull him, but he's resisting this time, and he's just standing there. And you're going to run towards him?
I am. I'm gonna I want to fling him through that dimensional door if it's still open.
All right. So You run toward him, and you're going to try and grab him, correct?
Yep. Yes. Well, if dimensional door is closed, could I try to just push him through the door?
Yes, you need to do a shove attack.
Okay. So what is that?
It's just a normal attack, but
Okay.
you do a
Or is it
strength. It is strength, but
Strength versus
he needs to.
either
He need.
dex or strength, right?
Oh, I thought does he not need to make the attack and then push? It's just like grappling, right? It's just athletics versus something.
I think so. I'm finding it real quick.
Yeah, there's a shove. Special melee. Using an attack action, you can make a special. If you are able to make multiple attacks, you can repeat this. Target of your shove is no more than the size larger. You make an athletics check, contested with a strength or dexterity check. If you win the competition, you either knock on the target prone or push it 5 feet away from you. Okay. Yeah, so you would make an athletics check.
All right. Athletics check. Here we go. All right. Tell me if this works. I have a 6 in athletics, and I rolled an 18 on the die, so 24.
24. You have successfully pushed him 5 feet back, but the gate moves.
Well, can I repeat this because I have multiple attacks?
You do. The gate is moved.
The gate is moving as I'm pushing him.
Yes, you have successfully pushed him back, but the gate is moved back.
So, like, I'm perceiving that by pushing him, if I pushed him again, it would move the gate again. It's effectively not going to move because of him.
You believe that he is manipulating the gate, yes.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna stop pushing him, and I'm gonna say, "How do I get this beard off, old man?"
And he laughs, and the grandson just says, "I told you, shave it."
Can I laugh as I walk by and ask Kato if he's seen Noel?
Oh, they're not. You guys aren't there yet. You kind of are still in the shops. This isn't right outside the bar, but you're heading there.
Okay.
Can I to finish up what I was doing? Can I make like an intimidation check against the old man to like try to like get him to sort of like back down or whatever?
You can certainly try.
All right. Come on, 20. Come on, 20. Oh, I want to take a picture of this because it's a natural 20. For a total of, what is my intimidation? Of 24.
Given that 20 is a success all the time, even though I'm going to say his condition here, he's not supposed to be, but I'm going to say because you rolled a 20, you have shaken him. Yeah, he is intimidated by you.
I don't want to harm him at this point, but when I see him like show, I don't know, like a little bit of submission as opposed to like standing there smiling at me, continuing to like try to make me play the fool, I'm willing to like back down a little bit.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. So he kind of backs down, and they're both cowering in fear. You have now.
Farouk looks at the old man and says, "I'm gonna shave this off, and if it doesn't come off, I'm gonna come and find you. And your boy, I don't even remember him." And then turns and just walks away.
Okay. So you guys are walking away. You guys are heading towards the bar.
I think that was the goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me do this real quick.
Did we lose Lucas?
Yes, he just said gotta go.
Okay.
Alright. So yeah, he went off. And I'm going to say you guys have successfully walked away. We're going to make that intimidation check count. As much as it pains me, you have successfully walked away, and you have made enough distance between the old man. And the portal is not coming after you, because that was a possibility.
So Farouk, and by Farouk I mean Tom, does not remember this kid. Like, what did I do to this kid? I don't remember this
You
at all.
scared the shit out of this kid in the library, and you took the telekinesis scroll.
Oh, that's right. That's right, I did. Shit.
You did. So this was an arch wizard. He just spent a level 9 spell slot at you, so that he could also manipulate. So you have successfully averted a very high level mage. That was not going to be a threat to you, but was definitely going to do some crazy shit. Some Doctor Strange like shit. But that is that. You guys head off to the bar as a group. You were looking for Noelle, but you don't even make it to Kato, and Noelle already runs up to you and she goes, please, you need help.
What's wrong?
And she goes, they have my brother.
Oh, they always go for the sibling. Alright. Who's they?
And the town guard.
Oh, fuck.
And now she leads you guys astray, or like a little bit. You're not going towards the bar anymore, and they pull you in a different direction. And you guys go to the stocks, and there is a wood elf who is being made an example of, and he is in the stocks currently. And there are some guards, but they're not anywhere close. And you see Noelle kind of go up, and she is asking her brother, she's like, are you okay? And everything like that. And Fizzat, you don't notice anything, but Farouk, this person also looks familiar to you.
Does Farouk need to make like an intelligence check, or does Farouk know?
I think I know this one.
Yeah. Can you guys guess on who this is?
Is this the one that he found that night?
Yes, this is the one that he Sonic the Hedgehog, where the gold went everywhere. Farouk, you noticed this guy right away. You never spoke to him. He certainly does not remember you, because he's not couldn't recognize you for the world. He hit his head when he fell over. You knocked him out cold, but he is in the stocks. He's being made an example of.
All right, but this guy was definitely a thief running through the town, right?
Definitely.
Yes. So
you know this.
Yeah, I don't feel any guilt about what I'm seeing at all right now.
Mm-hmm. I figured as much. I was going for that, but Noelle is pleading to you for that, and she's saying, please, there must be something you can do to help my brother.
I mean, what's going to happen to him? Do you know?
He was caught stealing, and because of the current not political, but the current situation with all of these robberies, they're going to cut off his hands.
How does everything
need you to
run in this town?
Do I hear this?
Yes, you do.
So for Farouk, kind of like she kind of like grunts at that, because that doesn't make sense to her. Like, if you're gonna punish someone, don't make it so that they're gonna be a burden on the rest of the world for the rest of their life. You take out someone's 2 hands. She's like, that doesn't make any sense. And so she looks at is it Noelle?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Noelle? Yeah. she's like, "Does your brother know the area outside? Well,
Uh, we live in a settlement up to the north. Um, I I don't know what he does down here, but I know it's a bad crowd.
no." So he's gonna Farouk's gonna look at Noel and kind of like wink and say, "Does your brother know the area south of the city well?"
And she goes, "You would need to ask him." And she looks over at him, and he kind of shakes his head.
And Farouk like slaps her forehead and just goes, "Imbeciles. We're looking for a guide to show us somewhere south of the city. I wonder where we could find such guides here in this city." Does anybody start to pick up on what I'm saying?
We should try
Yeah,
and
that's
find
what his-
someone that lives around here.
Yeah, he's not from there, but when you said, "Can someone show us like to the southern part of the city?" like he shook his head yes.
Okay, and
Like,
so
yeah,
Farouk looks at Fizat and says, "Oh, this guy. Well, maybe one of the things we can request on our new task is that this is our guide."
I think so. I think we can make a case that, if especially the person, well, actually, I don't know. I was going to say something where it's like, I don't know this information. But so I think we can make a case that a thief can be turned around and, become a good member of society, and that I think we might be able to have this be a success story that whoever's in charge might be able to build off of.
Is like Noelle eating this up, or is she sitting there just like, "I don't understand"?
Noelle is going for it, and she goes, "I don't know if that will be enough. Maybe if this is some kind of community service, but there's no way that he would get away with something other than banishment, no lesser than banishment.
It's
He
better
can
than
guide
having,
you.
it's better than not having any hands, right?
Oh, for sure." And she definitely says it, but she's telling you guys that you probably need to if you're going to do this trial, to plead for banishment as well.
Okay, all right. Well, why don't we do a work in progress kind of thing, right? Where we're just like, if he can help us with this, maybe we're going to have some other tasks after that he can help us as well, and sort of rebuild his standing in the community, as it were.
Oh, he doesn't live here.
What would be
They
the
live in the
banishment,
settlement to the north.
Where would he be banished from?
From Selvendar. Okay. So he can still go back home. He has a place to go, but the way that banishment would work here is that there would be some kind of spell that would actually make him hold up that end of the bargain, or face
the results of
of that.
Well, listen. I think it's a win-win.
I mean,
I think he agrees to this. He wants his hands.
Yeah, I can tell why.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
Now it's time to continue trying to convince Shathid
about this.
Yeah, so, and I actually think, like, I don't know how Shathid react to what we just did,
right?
But I think that our like good faith showing in trying to help someone, I would hope would show Shathid that he's not traveling with like two complete, like, I don't know, like evildoers, right? Like we're not just like, okay, give us coin. You want us to kill your mom? All right, let's do it. Like that's not what we're rolling.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Unless Kevin, you want to reveal that actual awful evil, and that could be a problem to later on.
No, I mean I won't reveal that. So
a couple things that I forgot to mention. when you were asking questions about the warlock, you found out someone knew his name was Vor, Vorr,
Vor.
and the description varies a bit, but sometimes he's known as having glowing red eyes. Sometimes he's known as having lightning in his eyes, and other times black in his eyes. So those are the descriptions you got when you were asking.
Does it seem like the descriptions vary because people have only heard like tall tales and they're just sort of like kind of like the game of telephone, right? Where somebody says, "Hey, Jamie's running late," and by the time it gets around the table, it's like Godzilla's on the other side of the lake, and you're like,
Yep.
that's not what it is at all.
No, you definitely get the idea that it's a game of telephone.
But
Okay.
it's consistent with his eyes being crazy?
Yes, there's something about his eyes.
So we know that there's gonna be a distinctive feature about his eyes, whatever it is, and that he's a tiefling.
Yep.
So very warlocky.
Very high on the warlock
Definitely
scale.
looking.
It definitely sounds like it. So
you look like a warlock. You can't
But do you?
that.
But do
All I
you
can
taste
picture-
like a warlock?
all I can picture is like the meme where it's like, I am this, so I must be this.
Right?
Yeah. It's just like the sad Asian girl. I must, I look sad, so I must be emo. yeah, I mean, it's almost exactly.
But
That's
I'm
what
not. But I am bad at driving.
So that's what you kind of gathered.
Yeah, like I think Farouk is starting to have some second thoughts. Not about like the money. Like the money is definitely something that Farouk's interested in. And if there's a reason Farouk can come up with to like go get the prize and bring it back, Farouk's totally down with it. But she's also like, the more that she's talking to people, the more it's sounding like the high elves are playing games and just trying to use us as pawns. And like I still have no compunction about delivering that shadow elf or drow or whatever it was to them, because that dude showed up out of nowhere and like hit me for like a quarter of my life, and I'm like, nope, that's not gonna fly. That's just not how this is gonna work.
Yep, he dealt an obnoxious amount of damage.
He did,
Sure.
and that was why I was like, nope, that's not gonna. This will not stand. No thanks. No.
Yeah, I was looking in, like I said, the reason his CR was that high was just damage output, because I think, as you guys could tell, as soon as you were able to attack him, you were able to hit him pretty much each time. His AC was 17, and with your guys, your bonuses there, that's not that bad.
That's like on a 7 on the die. So it's like,
yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
That's like
just a massive percentage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that actually makes me feel like a little weaker now, because I'm like, I thought I was doing good with an AC of 17. Oh, nope. But
yeah, you guys are all at 17 now, right?
Really?
Yeah, you went up in wisdom, Kevin, so you went up 1.
Oh, really?
In your AC as well.
Wisdom?
Yeah, because
so once I get my Ioun Stone, that'll bring me up 1 more.
Yeah, that needs attunement too. Which I'm pretty sure you did, but it's just hiding out in Lucas's shell right now. That's all. But you are still attuned to it, so you can pick it up at any time.
Yeah.
So yeah, because of your wisdom
so that
bonus, if you're not unarmed, right? Or you're not you are unarmored.
Yes.
So yeah, so you get the wisdom bonus from that.
Oh, that's right, the wisdom deck stack.
Dope.
So get that, and then your headband gives you 1 more potential key point. So
you're welcome.
Nastiness.
So, yep. Well, we could do kind of a trial where you guys can talk to the guards, or we can also call it a night. We can wait for Lucas to start off with the trial.
I think I would like Lucas to be part of that
That's
because
fair.
I don't want to make like it really surprised me when he was just instantly against the bunny.
Like, I was kind of blown away when he was because I had to run upstairs to go to the bathroom real quick, and then it's like, wait, what? He's against this? Okay, this is blowing me away right now. What's going on?
I think he's got a really valid reason because it's how he sees his character, but and I also think that like he definitely like was picking up like a weird vibe that like the more time that we're spending in this town and talking to people, the more that vibe seems like a realistic thing. I think, you know what? I think that the last thing that Farouk would like to do before we kind of like, segue into the trial and Lucas is back and everything is Farouk would like to ask people what their thoughts of the high elves are. Like what are the thoughts of like the ruling bodies in this city? Like, and if we're going back to like a tap room or a bar room or something like that, like I think that would be a perfect spot to just sort of like walk around the crowd, kind of say hi to people, say, hey, yeah, we're back here front of the night. We caught that guy. Oh, you heard that? Yeah. And then just sort of be like, so what are things like in this? Do you guys like how things run down around here? Like we've never been here before, so tell me about it. And just see like what the general feeling is about them.
So the only consistent thing, because I would say that it's like a little bit political, where people are like, oh, they do a good job at protecting us and they offer us aid when we need it. We rarely see them, but no one can deny that they definitely see themselves as superior and they look down on them. So some people are able to forgive that because they do feel secure in the city.
Okay.
Even under these circumstances that everyone knows that there are these serial thefts that are happening. Not everyone is affected by them, but so some people are just like, we tolerate it because they keep this place secure enough and we don't feel like there's going to be an attack. But you do sound like there is unease, that everyone is angry that they are looked down upon when interacting with the high elves.
All right.
But they are, mainly segregated. So.
Okay. All right. Cool. And like nobody, like if I like an investigation check or something, like nobody as the night wears on is just like, that son of a bitch, blah 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 blah, and just goes off about something.
If you're looking for like insight about Elong, some people might not know him by name, but they might say, that messenger. They're, they would have different stories about.
Boy.
They would have. What you would gather is that he would probably be at the ceremony where they make an example out of the thieves. So they have done this before where this is, capital punishment but here's the thing is that because these deaths have happened so often, people are coming around to the ideas we need these intense laws because of how intense how often this has happened. And people have noticed an improvement because of this, that less people are like this. They think this situation is getting better, or there's propaganda saying that this is making this better. It's keeping us safer with this zero tolerance policy.
All right. Cool.
So that just seems to be the general consensus here, and I'd agree with you that it isn't right, but that's the mindset that people are in. So.
All right. Well,
does that answer?
Yeah, I think so. Most definitely. So.
Yeah.
All right.
This is going to be an interesting thing because I think we're definitely going to have to catch Lucas up with this because the next part is going to be quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, from saving Noel's brother to dragging him along to go talk to some weirdo that has funny eyes.
Well, it's funny because we kind of put him in a situation where like we're forcing him to make a like moral decision. It's
Yeah,
like, well,
yeah.
which you're lawful good, are you? Okay. Oh, we can't take the money. Oh, but you're just gonna let him die? You're just gonna let him get or his hands cut off in front of you? That's cool with you? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right, cool. All right, yeah. So this was cool, and so we have a plan to save Sonic the Hedgehog, and we also managed to not be dead by an arch wizard because I really wanted a scroll of telekinesis, and yeah.
Yep. It wouldn't have been that bad, but it would have been an interesting journey that you went on, being in a different dimension for a time.
I had no doubt. I also, before I go to sleep, shave profusely.
That's fair. During all of this time,
I would imagine that like a knife was out immediately as you were walking out, and just like grab a big husk of it and just like cut it down, throw it to the side as you walk out the door, and then just like you're just gnawing at it.
Yeah, you kind of have just a goatee now, but before it was like Fu Manchu kind of beard.
It was magnificent.
Very long. Yeah.
I'm sure it was magnificent. But
could have gone
no,
ZZ
thank you.
Top, but I had plans for you for like I was trying to pitch, why you would want to keep the beard. We could go on tour, and then it's just like I mean, no, keep that little bit. Even that's still good. I mean, it was amazing before. Okay. Think you're missing out on an opportunity, but whatever. You do you.
Farou's just still. I will do me. Ship, scrape.
Yeah. So I'm. You need to understand like the level of like the percentage chance. You had 5% to do that because he was immune otherwise, and I'm like, I could have just said no, but then I'm like, there is a chance, and then if you rolled a 20 and I was just like, he's immune, that would suck. So I'm just
I couldn't do it. I was like, come on. I've been rolling okay tonight, but I haven't gotten any 20s. Come on. And it just went boop 20. I'm like, oh yes.
Well, it's funny because I rolled the 20 to trip you, and it was just like, it was whatever. I'm just kind of going in there and like, hey, to try and diffuse the situation, and then it's just like, oh, I did way too good of a job. Yeah, you guys can carry on. And all I was thinking was, it's either you can keep going, or because it was a 20, I was like, can I sweep and just like you drop right where you are, momentum just gone. Like all I could think of was just like a cartoon where it's just like la la la, boom, head from here and just directly to the ground.
Yeah.
I apologize for that because you should have had the painting of the picture for that because you had the 20.
Oh, and, I don't care. Because I was saying that he launches forward anyway, too. So it's like, I didn't care with that one.
Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure.
I definitely
really
was like, it's like, TJ, you can have it. Whatever. I was kind of interjecting myself into something that was like kind of Tom's thing that he was doing anyway. It was like...
I think it worked out great. Like honestly, the idea of like this like raging half-orc female, like just like sort of spitting out of her mouth, running through this crowd, just like shoving people out of the way to get to this like smiling old man who's casting spells, and like you're just like boop, show up, and you're like, hey, maybe don't do that, and you like throw a foot out there to like try to stop me, but instead like the sort of like forward momentum just puts me into this like barrel roll, rolling forward towards this old man who suddenly is just like, oh, dimension door, and I'm like, oh, magic ring, I still love somebody in this city, boop, and I'm like, nope, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, that thing That ring, I was counting it as succeeding against that 20 in a way, because otherwise you would be caught up in the momentum and wouldn't be able to react. You know what I mean? And would have went
Yeah.
right into that portal.
Well, that
Yeah.
was like, yeah, that was why I was just like, should I use it? Should I burn it on that? I mean, I got 3 charges for the day. No, I know what I'm doing. And so that was, I mean, I take it back. I had a plan. It wasn't the best plan, but I had a plan.
I love plans.
Yeah, I love watching plans completely fall apart after you put time into them. But all right, and Joe, and so since it's just the 3 of us right now, everybody tentatively is okay for some space stuff on Thursday.
On Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Cool.
TJ, what I'll have to do is I'll send you my character sheets.
Your character?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that way-
Sorry. You just broke up there a little bit. So you send me your character what?
Sheets.
Sheets?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that way, when I'm driving and I can call in, I'll be able to, like I said, you'll have to roll and everything for me, but I'll just make the decision.
Okay. All right, cool. I can try that.
So, and again, if that's too much or whatever, well,
I have plans this Wednesday. We'll figure it out as we
Yeah,
go.
yeah. All right,
Yeah, I'm just excited to see you guys continue playing those characters and actually continue shooting laser beams in space. I mean, that's like, I think it's pretty cool. So
cool. Right. Because that's the other thing too, is we're starting off with space combat.
Yeah, we're in the middle of. It's
yeah,
been paused for a long time.
Right.
yeah, this show looks really interesting. Boop. All right, I'll come back to that
Right.
Yeah.
In about 2 months.
in 2 months. See you later. Bye. All right, cool. And TJ, thank you. If I didn't say it already, this is fun. This is a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. Always happy to hear it.
All right, everybody.
Till next time.
All right.
Later, guys.
Later, guys.
All right.